Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the GameCast NewsCast. I am Snowy, otherwise known as Count Fracula. Joining me today is Sully.
Hello. Hello again, everyone.
Yes. And also joining me is the female. Ha ha.
Female! That is a salty jab.
That is a salty inside joke jab.
Oh, boy.
We actually have Kelsey. She has a name, funnily enough.
I know. I got it on my birthday.
Prefers to be referred to by her name as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shockingly enough.
If you don't know how to pronounce it, it's also Quabajazzy.
Yes, that's her online name, Quabajazzy.
That's useful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is phonetic. Phonetic.
The first bit throws you. The jazzy bit is easy. You know, you could just roll with the jazzy if you weren't sure.
Hi there,
It was a character I made years ago, and no one ever took it. Like, the username was always free. I wonder why, so I just stuck to it.
Count, you know what my long lost username is?
Go for it.
Sully Sunshine.
Aww. I don't think I really had any, actually. No. Certainly none that I'm prepared to give away, anyway.
Just Metal Dude something.
I had Metal Nerd Dude for a while. That crashed and burned because it's shit.
Or what was it called? Corrosion Photography.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yes, my photography business is Spectrum Photography, but it used to be called Corrosion Photography.
That was so much cooler.
I still think that was a decent name, but I got told that it had too many negative connotations.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I guess.
Anyway.
Save the name for something else.
Exactly. Anyway, let's actually crack on with the show and ask Sully, what have you been playing this week?
That's a tough one, Count. That's tough.
Again?
No, we've been playing a bit, haven't we, Kelsey? We've been playing, we played a little bit of Minecraft, I think, earlier in the week with a work buddy, which is alright.
That's a continuing kind of thing.
Yeah, we're building a treehouse, Count. Well, I've seen some pictures for the episode. It's quite an extravagant, chaotic mess of a treehouse, but it's a treehouse nonetheless.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
And of course, I sunk probably quite a few hours into Apex Legends earlier in the week when I actually had energy and was alive. And that's a blast. Just continuing to absolutely love Apex Legends. Still getting pwned. Seem to be getting pwned more and more as the kind of skill gap grows away from me, which is disappointing.
Yeah.
And yeah, the last 2 days I've been playing with real life big boy toys count in forklifts.
Yes. Training to be a forklift truck driver. I'm assuming that's
essentially
for
it.
Work things.
Yeah, that's for work. Yeah. Luckily, it's an $800 course, and a license is another $100 on top.
Is it?
Work pays for all of it.
Okay, that's okay.
Work pays for all of it, and also it was 2 days of extra days on top of my normal 5-day work week. So not only do I get a free forklift license, and the license gets paid for, but I also get a short week next week because I did 2 extra days this week. So it's all smiles.
Woo!
Can't complain. Considering some of the other blokes I was with have to pay for their license just to keep their jobs.
Yay. That's
Savage.
Fun.
Life.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
Anywho.
Cool.
That's me.
That's what Sully's been playing. Kelsey, what have you been playing this week?
Oh, lots of things, yeah. No, I've just been playing Minecraft with you, Sully, because I really wanted to build a treehouse in Minecraft. I think I actually was angry at you and Adrian for getting in on my stuff in the house. So I was like, nah, I'm gonna build a treehouse. Screw you both. And then you copied me. Yeah, I actually left you. I was like, you know what? I need some space. I need to take a break. I made my own. I went and made my own treehouse next door. And then you and Adrian were like, you know what? How this could be improved? Her solitude that she wants. We'll build one next to her and then connect it with a bridge. It was
That connects to my house.
Yeah, that connects to the house. Yeah, it was fantastic. But I want to make it stories high, just keep building trees on top of layers until it's really high. And then I think I've been forced into playing Apex Legends a lot. Even though I have no skill in first person shooters. I have mild interest in the Hunger Games as a book series, but it kind of reminded me of The Culling, which I played a little bit when it was actually popular before the servers died. But it's really fun, except for the fact that if I get snuck up on by another team, I literally scream.
Yeah, she literally shits bricks.
I do. Like, I'm not good with jump scares, and I don't know how this is a jump scare. It isn't probably for anybody else, but when I'm playing it, if I'm going to save one of you because you've died, because you're actually playing the game properly, and like another team is hiding and they shoot me, like I just shit myself, and I actually like go like, oh! It's very... And then I get made fun of, don't I? Publicly shamed by you and who was it?
Jimmy.
You and Jimmy. It was wonderful because
It's
you
like
were watching me.
Twitch shooter, except twitching in all the wrong directions.
Well, Apex allows you to watch the players still alive once you've died. Like, you get to see from their perspective. So you guys saw everything unfold, including me freak out on the other line and then like start shooting the ceiling because I just couldn't get my aim right. Yeah. Full disclosure, I don't play shooting games, but it's been fun.
It's alright. Neither do I normally.
Counts. What have you been playing?
I have been playing Pokemon Sapphire.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, didn't expect that.
I felt like playing it.
Very nice.
I listened to, it was a thing on YouTube, it was a medley of songs from that set of games. And they were all done with sort of like really sort of nice sort of rocky vibes as well. It was a good medley, and I was just like, I want to play one of those games now. So 24 hours later, I have got up to the Elite Four.
Is Sapphire the one immediately after Crystal?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just trying to peg what it looks like in my head.
Crystal, then Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald.
Yeah.
So it's Gen 3, the Game Boy Advance ones.
Yeah, nice.
Yes, very good game.
Very nice.
And I have also been playing a bit more of Cosmic Express. I brought it up with Max last week. It's a puzzle railway game. It's great. It's fun. Not much else to say. If you want to know specifically what it's about, check last week.
Yeah, I think you like that one, Kelsey.
Which one would...
Cosmic
Which one was that?
Express.
Oh, the Cosmic Express. Okay, yep.
Yes,
Yeah.
It's good. It's also very cheap, so it's like really easy to get hold of. Oh, it's not cheap anymore. It's sort of indie game price now.
Premium indie game price.
Yeah, you gotta put that indie badge on.
It's the standard Steam indie game price of $6.99.
It's like the game equivalent of organic.
That's actually like that. It's not been infected by the AAA space and all the evil publishers. Organic games.
And last thing, not a game, but I bought myself a nice hi-fi this week.
Oh, I saw that. It actually looks pretty cool. It's like a full-on deck. Like,
yes, it's a full-on...
Is it one of those modular ones where like they just sit on top of each other, but it's not like a permanently fixed?
It's a set of hi-fi separates. That's cool. That's the collective noun for them.
So how did that work back in the day? Could you buy them the pieces individually alone?
You can buy this specific one. The bottom three chunks are packaged as one unit. That's the amp, the equalizer, and a tape deck. That was sold as one set. And then the other three bits are a CD player, which has a really cool mechanism. I'm going to do a video on this, by the way, at some point.
Oh, yeah. I love that. I fucking love old tech just brought back. I dig it.
Yes, this is old. It's from 1989, so it's
That's sick.
5 years older than me. So
only 1 year older than me. Sad.
Aw. So yes, it's got a CD 6 CD changer, which is surprising for 1989. It's then got a radio tuner above that and a vinyl player on the top.
6 CDs. Fuck.
Yes.
How does that work? So obviously you can't go 6 CDs wide or in a circle. So is there some kind of interchanging deck? Like,
Well,
you stack 3 and...
You'll just have to watch the video when it comes out.
Alright.
Yes. So yeah, it's a very nice little hi-fi. I have had the idea of getting hi-fi in my head for ages, but I've been sort of actively looking for the last 6 weeks or so, and I found this one, and I got it for £120, even though it was originally offered for 175.
So that's like 240 AUD-ish.
Give or take, yeah. Well,
damn. That's still pretty pricey, though.
It's
like, what are they going
pricey.
for in comparison to that one?
I mean, you can go as expensive as you like. That was in, like, it's a good hi-fi, so it was a good deal. But for a decent hi-fi, that's sort of at the lower end price-wise. But what I thought was, I'd rather get a good old hi-fi for that kind of money, rather than get a sort of crap new stereo for that money.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Because you can get record players, and I've got a stereo. But, you know, the record players you can buy in shops now are shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's probably intentional, because they're just vinyl doesn't matter, who cares? It's popular, so we'll just make whatever.
You can get some decent record, like, vinyl players, but they're fucking expensive. What you can't get, I've noticed, though, unless you want to buy an entire, like, huge home theater package, is a decent CD deck. Like, you just can't find CD players.
CD is the platform that has the least nostalgia at the moment.
Yeah.
Like, I use it on this hi-fi because I have more CDs than vinyls or anything, and I have literally one cassette, so that bit gets used the least at the moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, it's the thing that has the least nostalgia, so you're going to find it very difficult to find a good CD player at this exact moment in time. Maybe if you're looking for that kind of thing, either spend a shit ton of money or wait 10 years.
I looked to get my dad a CD player because he just likes the old school stuff, and his old one has died. Like, we're talking, like, 70s or 80s as well.
Yeah.
And I ended up not getting him one because the only thing I could find was, like, just crap, like plastic crap.
Yeah.
And the next step up was, like, we're talking like full hi-fi sets, but they were, and when I say hi-fi, I mean it's like that weird in between being like some kind of hi-fi stereo set. No, it wasn't even that. It was just like home theater type stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
No, it wasn't good.
Yeah. The whole market's a bit shit at the moment, so
yeah,
either go old or wait. Because I personally, the peak of hi-fi stuff for me was in the 80s and the 90s. That's when the hi-fi was a valued thing. Now it's a very niche thing that you have to pay a shit ton of money to get a good modern one. So you're better off looking for a good old one.
Yep.
Anyway, that wasn't a game, but that's what we've been playing this week. And from that, let's move on to the first topic of the show. Let's talk about Adelaide. Why not? Because home of the mighty Black Stump, which Sully never got the hot stoppers for me from.
I'm sorry, I tried twice.
It's just not good enough.
I'm sorry. It
wasn't
closed every time.
Wasn't one of the times on a date with Kelsey? Or was it going to be?
Oh, was it?
I think it
It's the
was.
first time I'm hearing of it.
No, one of
Or it
them,
might have been
the
before
one that
you
I
started going
remember.
out.
No, the only one that I remember was
that's even more incriminating.
my cousin's engagement party. It was before that.
Right. Okay.
On a Sunday, yeah.
It's just not good enough. He never got me them. I wanted Hello Internet Hot Stoppers. It's a podcast I listened to. And they left Hot Stoppers in the Mighty Black Stump. And they're still apparently supplying them with Hot Stoppers. So go and get me some!
Oh, okay. Well, all right then. We'll get
Whereabouts
you
is it?
In the CBD.
Just in the CBD? See, that's like where we go all the time for sushi.
We really don't go there all the time for sushi.
We
We've been
haven't
once.
lately. We've been twice for sushi, and obviously I went in all the time for
Not
uni.
with me. This must be another date with another boy.
I didn't go on dates with the boys.
If you want the proper name, it's the Grenfell Centre.
Oh, the Grand. Okay, yeah. See, I know this one that you're talking about. It's it goes into Curry Street, babe.
There you go.
Babe.
Yes.
Go get me hot stoppers.
All right. All right. We'll get you fucking hot stoppers. All right. We're gonna make a big deal of it.
Anyway, so it's home to that building. It's home to Sully and Kelsey. And it's also home to Team Cherry, who make Hollow Knight. There was a point of that.
Is it?
Yes.
What?
Yes, it is.
I
The
had
only
no
reason
idea.
I know that is because Kelsey made me look it up a minute ago.
Uh-huh. I'm
So,
just so proud.
yes. So for you two, it's the local studio. And they made the rather excellent
Fucking hell.
Hollow Knight. I know, Hollow Knight came out about 2 years ago, which is depressing. I'm going to double check. I think it was literally 2 years ago. Two years ago on the 24th.
Damn.
That's
Close.
That's depressing. That's such a
Yeah.
long time ago.
You know what else that I really dug? Probably not as good, but Shovel Knight. I really liked that too.
Oh, Shovel Knight's good. I like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, Hollow Knight was basically a Metroidvania crossed with Dark Souls kind of thing.
Pretty brutal. Yeah. Pretty
Yeah.
brutal.
It's
It's probably why I never finished it.
No, I've never finished it either, but that was because I encountered a bug. No pun intended, because the game's all based around bugs. But yes, I haven't finished the game and I haven't gone back to it yet. I keep meaning to. But news has come about that has made me want to go back to it. And that is that a sequel has been announced out of nowhere. It is called Hollow Knight Silksong, and it will follow the adventures of one of the characters in the game, in the original game, called Silksong. Isn't that funny?
Looks,
Have you read any of their blog stuff?
Two of you said two things at the same time.
Sully's the louder one, so I'll let him go first. Like,
Okay.
I don't
actually
even know what I was
physically
saying, so.
Okay. Kelsey, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, have you followed any of their blog stuff? Because when they were originally producing it, they wanted it to be like just a DLC, and it was actually too expansive. So Silksong's actually come out of it because they've just got so much to fit in, and they couldn't make it a DLC.
Because they did actually bring out a DLC pack
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
called Gods and Nightmares. And it actually does look pretty terrifying, not going to lie. But it's also very cheap, so that's going in my Steam basket as we're talking.
Do you remember what you were going to say yet, Sully?
No.
Can't be
Probably wasn't
important, then,
important.
it's fine.
No.
But yes, it was supposed to originally be DLC. I nearly said Shovel Knight. That would be a bit left field. You finish Shovel Knight and you suddenly turn into a bug. But yeah, so basically, this is great news, quite frankly, because Hollow Knight is a very good game. It's a very beautiful game, and I want to see more of this universe. But there's even more good news, because if you are a backer of the original Kickstarter for Hollow Knight, then you get this game for free.
Oh, nice. What the
That's
fuck?
brilliant.
I know.
Have you seen their website yet?
That's so good. I have not. I'm looking at it.
This is, I believe it was on the 12th or the 13th of February this year, so like 2 days ago, they actually published a new website to kind of look at the theme surrounding Silksong. It popped up on a couple of my digital pages, like a couple days ago, and they've actually made a whole new website to kind of, I think debut it is the right word, but it's really interesting. The website, I had a quick look at it, but now that I'm actually talking about it, which is funny, it's called hollownightsilksong.com, and they posted it on their blog about it. So they've only just created it like in the last day or two.
They made it on the 13th, so it was 3
On the
days
13th.
ago as we're talking.
Nice. That's
Yes.
that's an impressive commitment to your original backers, or reward, or
Yeah, to
thank
literally
you.
go, here, have this. That's pretty great. I like that.
Good on them.
I'm always a fan of developers / publishers doing stuff like this, doing like just nice things. Like they didn't have to do that. They could have gone, "This is a brand new game, pay us." But
yeah, fuck yeah.
Considering it's just 3 studio developers, like it's just 3 guys making this game. It's not like a big team.
They're appreciative of the fact that their game did really well, and I like this. This is a happy story. Unfortunately, it's still going to go downhill in the second story, but we'll start happy. We're
on the organic stuff at the moment.
Yeah, then we'll go down, and then we'll come back up again for the last story, which I find quite funny.
It's a happiness sandwich. That's what it is.
Yes, exactly.
You have to make your audience feel things.
Yes.
Mm.
So it depends what kind of thing you do.
Oh, I mean, like you want them to like feel really happy, and then like they can dip, and like the drama can get to them. It's so sad. As long as they feel good at the end, you can do anything to them.
I don't know what route you're taking, Kelsey.
I'm talking about like investment in stories. Actually,
That's right,
get your mind out of the gutter.
What a hypocrite!
I know.
Oh dear. Well,
Ugh.
in other separate news as well, the quote, a soulful orchestral score can already be purchased on Bandcamp for both games. For the first game, and then the second game's soundtrack will be released at some point. But yeah, the soundtrack is very nice, actually. It's a very lovely little thing. So
Yeah, I can't actually remember it.
Well, go onto their Bandcamp and check it out, yeah, and maybe chuck them some money. One thing I quite like about Bandcamp is that they let you listen to the songs for a certain amount of time before they make you buy it. Like you can just listen to these songs and go, oh, okay, I like this, I'm gonna buy it. You don't have to buy it blind.
Like to completion, or
yeah, like it's not even a preview. It's like you can listen to the whole song, or listen to a whole album even, and then after a certain number of times it'll go, you need to buy this if you want to keep listening to it. But I think that's quite a good way of doing it.
Yeah, it's a nice way of doing it. Yeah.
But yeah, so the game will follow Silksong, one of the characters from Hollow Knight, who will apparently come with, quote, a new suite of nimble moves and an ever-expanding arsenal of weapons and shocking quests.
Wow.
Yeah, and apparently a thing called Silksong mode is also going to be a thing, which unlocks upon completion of the game and promises to be, quote, a unique, challenging experience.
I was going to say that instantly sounded very hard.
Yeah. I mean,
thanks.
The original Hollow Knight is quite difficult anyway.
Yeah.
So, it's going to be worse.
Oh, did you see this on their website? They've actually got a page if you want to write or talk about their game. It's called the Hollow Knight Silksong Press Kit. So it's got like graphics and actual information fact sheet about the game and everything. So I guess
that's cool.
if
they want people talking about it. That's actually cool. I didn't know people did that. Like they've got like a whole thing of like
I like
really nice images.
I'll tell you what. I remember doing do you remember early access gaming when that was a thing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I wrote an article on their site because me and Max tried to play a game together because we were put onto it by Wesley. We tried to play a game of this together and it was so depressing that we stopped.
Oh, no.
Like we ended up not even being able to get into a game together without actually buying it. It was a free-to-play game with a paid option, and to choose who you wanted to play with, you had to pay. Like everyone had to pay, so that's a depressing thing. But this does link in because their press kit was nearly 2 gigabytes.
I mean, I'm looking through Hollow Knights now, and it's really, really good.
For a press kit.
Fuck.
Hollow Knight's press kit is... Right, so they've got quite a few things in here, but it's in a Google Drive folder, so you can get as much or as little of it as you like. This other one was just downloaded in a fucking zip folder. It is madness. but yeah, pretty much. This Hollow Knight press kit
And of course they want to
has,
promote
it has
themselves,
logos,
but,
it
there's
has
a line.
little promo things. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, this one's probably
And half of that is probably
bigger than
images.
about 500 meg by the look of it. The amount of stuff that's in here. That's a most of that is
150
images
all
and the
new
trailers.
foes,
So,
guys.
yeah, that's a more sensible size for a press kit. But yeah,
That's so cool. I like that they like categorize them too, like beasts and hunters
looking
and
at,
assassins
early
and
access
kings.
gaming.
Fuck, kings. And then they
I-
got monsters and knights. But like, that's cool.
yes. I don't think a release date has been announced. No, it hasn't. I'm looking at the press kit now. Release date TBA.
I
But
would assume sometime this year.
yeah, I'm going to say it's probably going to be late this year. And one thing we do know, though, is the platforms it's coming out on. It's coming out on PC, Mac, Linux, and Nintendo Switch. Good.
Not Xbox and not PlayStation.
I don't believe the original Hollow Knight is on Xbox or PlayStation.
What the fuck?
I know. I'm going to double check that. Oh, no, it is. It wasn't originally, though. It was originally a PC exclusive.
Why the fuck would you not release PC, PS4, Xbox One
Yeah.
at
I
the
have
same
a
time?
feeling that Nintendo have a thing where they
some kind of
probably try
publishing
and
rights?
they probably try
Yeah.
and get some sort of console at least timed exclusivity out of people, because you see a lot of these games, or a lot of like indie games at the moment, are coming out on Switch and
All right,
PC
fair enough.
rather than any of the other consoles. Also, I remember seeing an infographic not too long ago, and out of the platforms that indie developers are interested in, the Switch is the top and PC is second. The other two consoles are quite a bit further down, and right at the bottom is Mac.
Ooh. But are they releasing on Mac?
Yeah, but it's because it's being released on Steam, so it's probably a bit easier in that regard. It's being released on Steam and GOG, not the Epic Games Store. Just as a little aside, yes, because I'm sure a lot of people will be like, not the Epic Games Store.
Did you see CG Project's Red?
Yes,
CG,
they flat out said,
Yeah.
no,
Nope.
we're not. To be fair,
We are.
CD Projekt Red also own GOG, so I'd be very doubtful if they
yeah,
go exclusive too.
Yeah, no shit. That would be so retarded.
Yeah, we're not going to put it on our own platform.
Hey, stupider things have happened.
That's true. But yeah, so it's going to kind of come out on Steam, Switch, GOG, and the Humble Store. But the Humble Store is literally just a place where you buy Steam keys, so it doesn't really count. But yeah, like, other than that, we don't have a lot of detailed information about the game.
Well, we got a trailer. That was nice.
We got a trailer. It looks very Hollow Knight, but just revamped. So it's promising.
I think a little bit more color, maybe.
Yes, the original Hollow Knight was very grey. I mean, intentionally grey, admittedly.
Yeah.
But I think probably because of the character they're going with this time as the start, it might be a stylistic choice to match with her a bit better.
Yeah. I wonder if they looked at something like Ori and the Blind Forest and were like, we need more color.
Oh, that's a good game.
That is a good game.
Isn't the second Ori game's coming out this year, isn't it?
Yeah, I think
yes!
so, yeah. That was a great game.
Ori and the Will of the Wisps, which is a
Did you
terrible
play
name.
the first one, Kelsey?
I didn't. I saw a lot of the behind the scenes like art type process, but I don't play them as much as I kind of follow how they're being made. Unfortunately, but it looked really good. It was on Switch, wasn't it?
I don't know if it made Switch. I don't think Switch was around then.
It was originally PC, and it is also on Xbox.
Xbox, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was on. Oh, maybe they were talking about it because I remember people talking about wanting it to be
Yeah, that
on.
makes sense.
To be fair, people are talking about pretty much everything wanting to be on Switch at the moment.
I mean,
Wanting to be on
blame
Doom
Switch,
is
yeah,
on Switch,
that's true.
so...
The imagery of the game was very profound, but I never knew what the gameplay was or what the
It is a
point of the game
Metroidvania
was,
platformer.
unfortunately.
It's quite fun.
Very cool. The main character is kind of like a No-Face-esque monster, isn't he?
How dare you call him a monster? He's a gentle, delicate
Sorry,
being.
I don't...
It's not a monster. It's a white forest guardian called Ori. Anyway, the new one's going to be released this year, but we don't have a date for that. Hollow Knight, though, Hollow Knight Silksong will be released probably this year. We don't know, though. Do bear in mind, again, like we said, that it is only a 3-developer team. So, it might not be released this year. Oh, you can get the soundtrack on vinyl, and it's a very pretty vinyl.
And you've got a thingy now.
I do have a very nice vinyl. Oh, it's sold out. Fuck. Oh, it's such a nice picture disc. Oh, it's so annoying. Anyway, that will bring us then to the end of this section of the show. Expect a new Hollow Knight game at some point. It's probably going to be good because the first one was good. And yeah, looks pretty good. Go watch the trailer. Anyway, let's move on to the next story of the show. So Activision are pieces of shit, aren't they?
Yeah, I'll definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
It's not often I'll just jump on the board the shit train, but yeah, definitely, 100%.
Yeah. So, in a week of their financial report, where Activision said that they had a record year for their revenue, and Bobby Kotick was praising how well the company was doing. In fact, even the very same day, Activision laid off 8% of its total workforce.
The timing on that one is unbelievable.
Just madness. They've cut about 750 jobs, none of which are in game development. They're all sort of other aspects of running a company. But, I mean, that doesn't make it better. Also, a big chunk of the jobs that were lost were on the Blizzard side of Activision Blizzard. How nice.
Now it's coming back to fuck them in the bum.
How tactful.
Very vivid.
Yes. So, yeah. Oh dear. Their actions are very incongruous with their words, aren't they? Going, look at our record year of revenue. Oh, we're gonna fire a bunch of people. Why? You had a record year of revenue.
It's like they tried to build this false wall that people couldn't see past, and we've all just instantly pulled back the curtain and gone, hang on a second. You fired 700 staff.
Yeah. I mean, I did see someone saying, oh, but revenue doesn't necessarily mean profits.
True.
But, like,
they're talking about revenue margins, though, probably. Didn't reach revenue margins or profit margins, therefore need to cut.
Yeah. What I'm also going to say, though, if you're going to try and defend them, is the fact that they hired a new CFO and gave him quote-unquote gifts worth $15 million just for joining the company, which is, roughly...
That's a bribe. That's a bribe to join the company.
Pretty much. And allegedly. And that is more money than you would pay these 750 employees, probably in their entire working lives.
Mm-hmm.
And you just gave that to this guy as a gift for joining the company.
A bribe.
Yeah. Fuck off.
Like,
if you're gonna try and defend this move, fuck off. This is bullshit. I'm sorry. It is just bullshit.
Well, people always talk about incentivizing these CEOs, right? So, we need to incentivize you for your good work. So here's like a $15 million bonus. We need good CEOs. So please take this bribe to join our business or company or whatever. And don't worry, because if you don't do your job properly, you'll get a big payout packet at the end. So, whether they succeed or fail, they're being looked after regardless. So if you can fail and not actually execute your job properly and still get money at the end of it, is it really an incentive? Where's the incentive? You can go either way and you get rewarded, seemingly. I suppose you get paid a little bit more if you do really well, but I don't know. It's a little bit ridiculous, but I guess it's a completely different story.
But, Nintendo, about 10 years ago, they were doing really badly. And you know what they did instead of that? Satoru Iwata took a huge pay cut because he didn't fucking need it. And he didn't want to fire anyone. So he took a pay cut. Whereas we've got here, Bobby Kotick with a net worth of $7 billion is keeping his full salary while 750 people have been let go.
But the incentive to get a good CFO, is that kind of ironic considering shouldn't a good CFO prevent that kind of job loss?
Thing, wouldn't you?
Or stop making people redundant when they're probably not even redundant.
It has nothing to do with the people. It has to do with the bottom line and gross profit.
I know that's the point.
Margins and revenue. All they're looking to is to diversify their revenue streams and to continue climbing up the chart, and they will do that at all costs. And if they don't reach those margins, a lot of the times they'll potentially make cuts. So they make savings rather than profits.
But do you not think that the margins that they're chasing are purely because
it's unsustainable.
It's bullshit unsustainable margins because of business practices that are...
It's the flaw with capitalism.
Yes, the business practices that this lot and EA are going for are not sustainable because they exploit the customer, and the customers are catching on at the moment.
Well, I think it's... Okay, so there's two issues. You're 100% right, but I think it kind of draws back to, again, the error with the structure, and that is if you consider success to be consistently growing year after year after year, that's eventually going to slow down or plateau out or bite you in the ass, right? You can't, where do you stop? You can't just consistently grow like that. That's ridiculous. There's going to be a point where you plateau out. There's going to be quiet years, there'll be quiet decades until you completely re-diversify and change into something altogether and then start again. But you can't just play the same game and expect to earn more and more and more. Not with competition. If you're the only dog or shark in the sea, sure, your earning capacity is probably limitless, which, we see Nintendo trying to be that so unique that they are that lone shark in the sea, right? And, look at Nintendo's chest of money, it's astronomical. But yeah, I think what's actually happening with Activision here is, is this the point where not just Activision, like EA, all these big publishers, are we starting to see some form of almost video game revenue crash? They've all hit that peak or upper roof of total amount that they can possibly draw in from being greedy, right? With microtransactions, the $60 game, the season passes, just wringing money out of everybody every possible way. And now they've finally plateaued on these models, or people have just had enough, right? Or there's too much competition. Maybe there's just too much competition and too many video games going around. Are we kind of seeing everything just kind of plateau out now?
I think so. I think we are. But, instead of blaming things like, any of those kind of things, really, a lot of news outlets have decided to blame Fortnite.
That's stupid.
Yes. Let's quote the CNN article. The Fortnite effect strikes again. Activision lays off 8% of its workers. Activision Blizzard said Tuesday it's laying off 8% of its workers and restructuring its business to focus on its top games. It's another sign of how much Fortnite's popularity has upended the video game industry. No, it's not. Shut your fucking mouth.
The game's free.
Yeah, it's a free game. It's nothing to do with Fortnite.
I guess Fortnite you could argue that people are downloading for free rather than buying Call of Duty Black Ops Battle Royale mode, right? But just to pin your problems, it's not the video game industry, it's the fucking media using Fortnite because they love using Fortnite as a way to explain everything, right? Oh, the Activision's in trouble, it has because of Fortnite. Oh, my child wears a nappy because he's playing too much Fortnite.
Forget that people have been doing
World of
that
Warcraft.
since,
it's
Dragon
not
Age
fucking
existed,
Fortnite. It's
Fortnite
parenting and
is,
the issues.
Yeah, Fortnite is the game.
It's people putting their responsibility on it.
Exactly. It's ludicrous. Madness.
Yes.
It's not Fortnite.
You get parents who do that in every aspect, though. They don't know how to parent, they don't know how to function, and they don't take responsibility for it. So they go, "Oh, this is an easy outlet to just."
Well, I remember when mobile gaming exploded, and that's where the microtransaction scene started, right? And that's where we first started encountering, "Oh, my kid has spent $2,000 on this game. It's the game's fault. It's Candy Crush's fault." Fun fact: I think Activision actually owns Candy Crush too. But it's the game's fault. No, it's the parents' fault for having your credit card linked to your phone and giving your phone to your child. Like, are you retarded?
But this takes it to another level because it's actually like media and the industry blaming Fortnite rather than just uneducated parents, which is almost like a cheap out.
And yeah, you're right, because
in a
it is
way.
actually, I think it was actually someone at Activision and other places have stated Fortnite. There was a big one previously that stated Fortnite as being a big issue that's cutting into their revenue. And you know what? Like, yeah, maybe if you're creating similar titles to Epic's Fortnite, like other shooters and stuff or online games, yeah, maybe your game didn't do as well because Fortnite's free and it's the hot thing at the moment. I mean, case in point, Titanfall 2, that game did not do as well as it should have because it released between Call of Duty and Battlefield 1. So, that's probably a valid point to make, that your games might not do as well with, competition like Fortnite, but you can't pin everything on one game.
Especially not when it's not
jobs.
It's not all the same genre. It's not
exactly.
It is. Also, you are correct. Candy Crush is owned by Activision. They are. It's owned by King, who Activision bought in 2015. King is a disgusting organisation. They were disgusting before Activision bought them, and they are still disgusting now. Anyway, carry on.
Yeah. So King King owns PopCap Games?
Yes.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, you can't blame every single problem that you have in your game industry, in your business, on another company's game. If you do think that company's game is taking sales away from you, why don't you make a better game?
Make something else.
Yeah, make something else, or make something better that's going to make people want to play that instead of the thing that's apparently the problem.
You know what Activision's problem is?
The shit?
You know what the issue is? All of their IPs are getting stale. Call of Duty is stale. It's long in the tooth. It's not selling like it used to. People are over the formula. Not to mention that Battle Royale has a $60 buy-in price tag, which is the most expensive of all the Battle Royales. On the Blizzard side, World of Warcraft is not anywhere near what it used to be.
Immortal.
Yeah, Diablo Immortal is universally hated. Overwatch, it's had its day. It's not going to be an earning juggernaut like it used to be. Like, it's already hit its peak and it's probably fading out. Like Overwatch, it's never going to die. Like, it's a Blizzard game, right? It's like Diablo, World of Warcraft. But these things have all had their peaks and they're now on the way down. So all of their properties, they're done all long in the tooth or getting stale. So
I can't remember the last new IP that Activision had.
Well, they had Destiny, and that's gone. They've lost Destiny, so that could be a big part of their issue.
Yeah, that's true.
Bungie saw the writing on the wall, and they were like, we are the fuck out of here.
Sekiro Shadows Die Twice is going to be Activision published, apparently.
Never heard of it.
It's the new From Software game.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That's depressing. The new Dark Souls game, the new Dark Souls-like game is going to be published by Activision. Fuck's sake. That's coming out in just over a month. Sweet.
I'll tell you what will help them, though. They need to, you've probably heard this before, but they need to spin off and continue work on Blackout, the Battle Royale mode. They need to make that free to play. They need to monetize that properly.
If they'd have made that not connected to Call of Duty in any way, that would have probably done really well.
Why would you, if you're not doing a campaign and a traditional Call of Duty, why not just make a Battle Royale mode? Because you were doing that anyway.
Yeah,
just make that.
Don't call it Call of Duty, just call it Blackout. Like, Apex Legends was
Just
apparently originally a Titanfall thing. Just
have a
spin it
year off. Have a year off from your completely normal formula of normal multiplayer modes and campaign. Just 1 year, just give it a break, and then just release that year just the Battle Royale for your Call of Duty game. And let that be standalone. Let that last for like 5 years. Keep putting time into it, you know? And then you can still release the normal Call of Duties on top with their campaigns and normal multiplayer. Like, they're different and unique experiences.
And you could even use the Battle Royale free thing to advertise you can go, oh, look, we've got special skins in based on the new Call of Duty game or whatever else. Because
what's going to happen when the next Call of Duty comes out? Like, whether they know it or not, the next Call of Duty is going to come out and the one before it's going to be seen as the old one. Like, it's just instantly going to be made irrelevant, even if, you know, if people aren't quite aware of if that mode is still active, the Battle Royale or the multiplayer is still alive. You know, they need to spin that shit off and make it free to play like yesterday.
Pretty much. But they're not going to do it.
Well, because they're idiots.
Yeah. Well, it's not because they're idiots, it's because they're greedy, so they won't do it.
Bob's already got his money.
Yeah, Bobby Kotick has already got his money, so he doesn't give a fuck. To be fair, he probably doesn't even play video games. I remember hearing a thing as like executive or a shareholder of a big video game company who he literally said, I don't play video games. I don't even particularly like them. I'm just here because it makes money.
Yep. It's pretty lucrative.
He got very confused as to why they were talking about video games in board meetings. I was like, like, sure, you're here for the money, but it is still a video game company. Where do you think the money comes from?
Count, who is your favourite public person of importance in the video game industry? Someone of power. You know, like we got Bobby at Activision. Have you got a favourite person?
No.
Or Kelsey?
Does it have to be an executive?
Well, a non-creative. Someone who has power over a studio or publisher or something.
Oh, shit. Whoever owns Devolver Digital.
Oh, yeah, dope. Nice. Don't know who that is, but I've seen them.
If we're going by, like, just personalities within the gaming sphere, probably Jason Schreier at the moment.
Or healthy personalities. People that you think are healthy for the industry.
Jason Schreier, then.
Yeah, I'd get around that.
Yeah.
Or someone at Nintendo. Off the top of my head, though, it's hard to go past Phil Spencer. Nah, not a fan.
Depends on the day.
He's doing pretty good considering, you know, he's one of the big three, you know?
So, I don't know. I just kind of... No. He comes across as being a bit disingenuous sometimes.
Really?
That might just be me.
Well, he's 52 years old. I mean, that probably isn't much of a surprise.
Is Phil Spencer 52 years old?
He is 52
Holy
years old.
fuck.
He looks alright for
52.
52. I'll give him that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's that pudgy face or something, you know?
It is. His expressions just come across as a little hollow, especially at like the big conferences where you can see he's just been pushed into it.
Oh, it's very
so
rehearsed.
like the public speaking to actual gamers, you know, the connection just doesn't exist really between the actual people.
It's the public space. You convey yourself perfectly, or you, again, bumfuck yourself, like Don Matrick.
Not even perfectly. You just have to come across as an authentic person, which I think he fails to do.
There you go. I kind of agree.
I like him, but, you know.
I mean, he's a fine person. Like, obviously, he has to act a certain way.
It just sometimes feels
conduct
a bit forced.
Himself. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well,
he feels a little bit uncanny valley in some of the ways that he tries to connect with fans.
Yeah, he still has a job to do, and he is muzzled by Microsoft to a degree. But in terms of, you know, what he's done for the Xbox brand, and he actually loves video games. You know, that's a pretty healthy person to have at Xbox. At least, or in the industry. So.
Like, you can tell he knows what he's talking about. Like, he genuinely has that interest. That's fantastic.
Let's not forget the adaptive controller. That was a piece of good.
Yeah.
Yes, that's very true. Anyway, though, let's get back on topic. Fortnite is not causing Activision to lose money. Activision is causing Activision to lose money. Activision are being shitbags. And on that note, that's the depressing story out the way. Let's go to our happiness sandwich and finish off the show with the last story.
Our last bit of bread.
It's like, I'm just so happy that you used my reference for special.
So we were talking about Fortnite, and this dovetails in quite nicely. Alfonso Ribeiro, the actor who played Carlton in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, recently filed a lawsuit against Epic Games because they used his dance in the game, the Carlton dance, in Fortnite, and also in the in 2K Games NBA series. I find this very funny. I think it's a bit ridiculous.
Bit of a poor reflection on him as a person, I think.
Everybody wants a slice of the pie.
Well, it's just a little bit like, are you that washed up? He's kind of channeling a little bit of BoJack Horseman in this thing.
I mean, he was on Dancing with the Stars a few years ago. I think he's probably pretty washed up.
Yeah.
In the nicest possible way.
In the nicest way, but you can be washed up in a graceful way. Like, we see plenty of actors and celebrities do it. Or even just transition, but he's just like butthurt.
You know what the most washed up is you can be? Did you have a show count called Where Are They Now?
Oh God, no.
That is the most washed up you could ever be. Because
is.
it's like, the show just acknowledges that like you've disappeared and you're gone. And now it's like revisit and find out what they've been doing type thing.
Especially in Australia.
I'm going to argue the most washed up you could ever be is just look at Macaulay Culkin.
Although he kind of almost made a comeback. I think that's mostly because of social media's presence, but he kind of played on that washed up like lifestyle. Remember? Because he ended up kind of starring with some actually big celebrities, like this year or last year or something.
Yeah, he did some insurance adverts as well that kind of played off of that. It was a bit weird.
Yeah, and I mean, at least you can kind of go like he's aware of it, and he's kind of at least like monopolizing on that fact. I think people are a lot more receptive to washed up actors who like admit it and
play
kind of go,
with
you
it
know
rather
what?
than go, I'm not washed up, honestly.
I have talent.
You know who's totally washed up and looks washed up, but has recently resurfaced again in a Google ad? The Home Alone kid. Was it Macaulay Culkin?
That's literally who we were
That
just
is
talking
literally
about.
who we just were talking about.
Was it?
That's the guy.
Someone wasn't listening.
Oh.
Yeah, someone wasn't paying attention.
I had a little bit of cutting, so I missed it.
Oh, okay. That's so good.
Well done.
Perfect.
Anyway.
Did you see his Google ad?
There was someone who I was going to mention who I thought I was going to guess. It wasn't maybe Brendan Fraser. I feel like he's had a rough year. He's had such a rough year.
Apparently he's dealing with mental health issues though.
Yeah, he's dealing. That's what I'm
sorry
saying.
for Brendan Fraser. He had
I just
such
want
a dumb run.
I just want to hug him. I just want to tell him it's okay.
Did he have a dumb run? I thought he had a fine run when he was in.
Well, I mean, to be fair, he did lose the franchise that Tom Cruise just took over. The Mummy. He literally.
Tom Cruise took it over and buried it into the ground.
That's fair. I mean, at least you can kind of go.
I didn't hate that
well,
movie.
he did.
I didn't hate that movie.
But to be fair, I mean,
what about
imagine
the
getting
CGI
your franchise
Scorpion
stolen.
Rock, though?
That was fucking terrible.
That's not good. I mean, The Rock at least has moved on. At least The Rock has escaped that.
Rock is
I don't think
crushing.
our memories or childhoods have, but at least he has.
Yeah, Brendan Fraser. Fuck, he's such good. The Mummy.
It was.
Yes.
The first one was my favourite. Sorry, that was very.
Let's watch a Mummy movie after this.
We're watching A Princess Bride, and that's the end of it.
That's a fair choice, actually.
Thank you. He's been fighting it for weeks, and it's our Valentine's Day, and I've been very adamant that The Princess Bride is a good movie. And he's like, I don't have a problem with it. He just avoids it at every sector.
You'll just have to put the thing on his head and suck his soul out.
What?
It's a great movie. Yeah, it's a great movie. Like, there's.
All right.
If Count says so, you just have to shut up.
All right, let's move on.
Anyway, yes, back to Alfonso Ribeiro. So, he basically, he had said that this is my dance, the Carlton dance. You cannot use the Carlton dance in this, and the US Copyright Office have said no.
Is it not technically the writers?
I was going to say, if anybody owns that, it's the fucking show.
Yeah.
The owners of that property and the character.
Well, the US Copyright Office have basically said that you can't copyright this.
Yeah.
Upon review of the material deposited for registration, we must refuse registration of the dance because the work submitted for registration is a simple dance routine. As such, it is not registerable as a choreographic work because it is too simple. So basically, it's too simple to be used.
It's too generalized. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well, that's fair enough.
So the Copyright Office defined the Carlton dance as containing the dancer sways their hips as they step from side to side while swinging their arms in an exaggerated manner. The dancer takes 2 steps to each side while opening and closing their legs and arms in unison. And the dancer's feet are still and they lower one hand from above their head to the middle of their chest while fluttering their fingers.
Look,
there you go.
I love that they have to take this seriously, though.
Yeah, if you wanted a
feel
really
bad for
dry and serious explanation of the Carlton dance,
If you wanted to suck the fun out of it.
Yeah.
I just love that they have to do it. They have to go in that much depth. They have to, like, they must be like,
you gotta be
whoever
specific.
wrote it must be like, so like, for fuck's sake, like, are you serious, dude?
Yeah, there's nothing. It's too hard to like patent because it's too just general movements. It would be like trying to patent or copyright like the word like this.
Well, people have tried to do that, like shop names. Like if they've got a name like a shop here or a shop on a tree, they try to copyright that, and that's just like it's a sentence. You actually can't
exactly
do that.
Shop on the tree. It's too like generalized. You just can't. No.
Yeah.
Or
that was like when H3 got sued.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or it was like when the band Kiss tried to trademark
tongues or something?
It was the metal horns hand gesture.
Oh, really? That's sad.
Yeah. They didn't get it because that's
Obviously.
bullshit. Yeah, to be fair, he's tried to trademark a lot of things.
Well, this guy specifically, Alfonso.
No. Sorry, I'm on about Gene Simmons from Kiss.
Oh, sorry, yeah, Gene Simmons. But we've all seen the TV series. Like, their family isn't reputable as being particularly logical. Like, I mean, they've improved, but I mean, we can't unhear some of the things that have come out of what is his daughter's name?
Gene Simmons' daughter or Alfonso Ribeira's daughter?
No, Gene Simmons' daughter.
I'll
know it when someone says it to me, which doesn't really count as remembering, but...
No. Gene Simmons' family. Fucking hell. It's in here somewhere. Sophie?
No, let me find Gene Simmons' daughter. Oh, it comes up with the wrong person. Like,
oh,
that's probably why it comes up with the American British actress, which probably isn't the one that we're talking about.
Anyway, yeah, Gene Simmons' daughter is apparently. I think it is. No, it's Sophie Tweed Simmons. I think is his only daughter.
Oh, who am I talking about then?
I don't know.
That's alright.
Anyway,
let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, she exists as a person and is probably a bit of an anus. Because she's Gene Simmons' daughter, who is also a bit of an anus. Anyway, that's just my opinion. So you can't sue me. Yeah, so basically, Alfonso Ribeira's copyright claim has been refused, which means his lawsuit is kind of not going to work at this point. Kind of fallen at the first hurdle there. He's trying to claim that they can't use this because it's his dance, and the US Copyright Office has said, no, this is not your dance. It is just a dance.
He's done and dusted. This will be the last we'll hear of it.
Yeah. Probably. We'll probably hear like in a sort of a few weeks that the case has been dropped, but what I quite like is that the end of there's a Eurogamer article, and at the end of that it says it's hard to see what leg Alfonso has to sway on now.
That's good.
That's quite good.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, these kind of things, it's just quite funny to see the things that people will try and do with copyright and whatever else. It's kind of mind-blowing what they think they can get away with. Oh my god, the comment section of this is quite amazing, actually. There's a comment with a GIF of Kirk, Spock, and Bones from Star Trek doing the Fortnite dance. The Carlton dance, sorry. And then someone has commented below that with Kirk, Picard, and Data from Next Generation in a car dancing. Oh, that's quite great.
Nice.
Oh, that's good. That's good stuff. Anyway, so Alfonso Ribeiro does not own the Fortnite. I keep saying the Fortnite dance. It's not the Fortnite dance. That's a different thing. He doesn't own the Carlton dance. So...
And neither do Fortnite.
No, neither do Fortnite. Neither do anyone, apparently. It's not a thing that's allowed to be owned. It's just a thing that you can do. So, go out and do the Carlton dance. That's what you feel like you need to do.
What the fuck?
I don't fucking know. On that note, let's end the show. And that brings us to the end then of this episode of the GameCast Newscast, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to like, subscribe, share, whatever you fancy. Our social links are in the description. You can join our Discord, where you can join in with some chat with all of us. And thank you very much, Sully and Kelsey, for joining me today.
Anytime counts.
Popped
anytime.
my cherry count.
Oh.
Okay. Slightly
What? No,
concerning.
like my recording cherry. What?
Okay.
You knew what I meant.
Yes. Okay. Yes, Kelsey was kind of forced into this by Sully, but it's fine.
Yeah.
She did all right.
And now I've made it weird. Fantastic.
Yeah. Didn't she do well, everyone? Let's have a Bruce Forsyth reference in there
You
for
can
no reason.
cut
Very
that
well.
out. You can cut that out, count.
I will not.
Oh.
Discord exclusive?
No,
Oh, did I just do that awkward laugh that you always make fun of me for? I
Yeah.
hope not.
It's
You
fine.
almost made it. You almost made it all the way through.
Oh,
It's fine. It doesn't matter.
without
Anyway.
I don't. Yeah.
It's all good. If you have any particular comments on this, then feel free to leave them in the comments below. Just don't be a dick about it. Otherwise, stay tuned to Gamecast for news, reviews, let's plays, podcasts. Lots of great content from myself, from Sully, and from
That other guy, Mark.
that other guy, Mark. He also exists, and Sarah exists as well. Kelsey will
And
be
gaming pastime.
Yes.
Those guys are animals. Check their reviews out.
They are. Yes, Kelsey will hang around in the Discord. She may or may not be forced to appear on my Dungeons and Dragons show that will eventually happen.
Yeah. I've actually forgotten about that. Great. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to happen at some point. Eventually.
I'm supposed to be like helping with like the logo and stuff, and I'm just like so not doing anything
Gamecast
right
stretched
now.
thin.
I just don't have the time to think about it, but it'll happen
No,
eventually.
have you looked at it? You should critique it for me.
Looked at what?
I get off.
Oh,
on
the
that.
logo.
I need you to do that.
I critiqued it.
Did you?
I don't think I've seen it.
Really? I told him something. I thought you sent it to him. Wow.
Oh, God. I'll send it to him now.
It's just depressing. Anyway,
Oh,
thank you very much for watching the show, and we will see you next time. Goodbye.